everybody, I'm Todd Newton, and welcome to E's one-hour look at the making of a supermodel. Now, right now, I'm outside New York City's Fashion Cafe, where inside, the elite modeling agency is in search of the top 10 new faces in the United States. Now, believe me, this is going to be a big night, because the winners of tonight's competition will go on to compete for nearly $1 million in modeling contracts at the international finals in Nice, France. Now, during the next 60 minutes, we'll take you behind the scenes of the elite Lee Jeans model look, and we'll introduce you to some of the supermodels of tomorrow. But before we get into that, let's show you some of today's most successful models and what these young hopefuls will need to make it in the world of fashion. From Stephanie to Naomi, Claudia to Linda, supermodels have become superstars. Their fabulous faces, tall, slender figures, and fast-lane lifestyles have definitely captured our imaginations.
It's all about attitude. It's about making people want to be you. It's about projecting something that people would, they just dream and they lust after. And I think that's why the supermodel craze has just taken off, because everybody wants to be a supermodel.
But not everybody can be a supermodel. It takes a lot more than just a pretty face. Elite Model Management, one of the world's most prestigious modeling agencies, is known for molding and shaping young women into top models. John Casablancas, founder of Elite, clearly knows what it takes to make it in this very competitive business.
And Elite is all about elitism and superstars. So this is, I think, the great difference. When we choose a girl, she's got to have both things, style and beauty. It's personality within great looks. This is why, out of 1,000 girls who dream of becoming a model, maybe only one is going to make it to the top.
One such model is Elite star Rochambeau Williams. After 10 years of gracing the pages of Sports Illustrated and sashaying down runways, Rochambeau believes a successful model must possess an undying passion for the profession.
I call it that model lust. That's the way I describe it. You have to lust this. You have to really want it. You have to basically, for the first at least 3 to 5 years, eat, sleep, drink, walk, and talk fashion. Because if not, somebody will jump in your shoes in 2 seconds, honey. They will, stab you in the back and step over you and keep going. And it will work. That's just the thing. It does work. But if you have a determination and you have a belief and a faith in your career, you can do it.
And while good looks and a great body are essential in this business, every budding supermodel must have something else that sets her apart from the rest.
You have to be unique, and that's what sells a girl. When a girl stands out, it's because she has something that no one else has. When you see Rochambeau, no one else has this. They can have the body and the hair or whatever, but they don't have the personality. They don't have the passion that I do for what I do.
Uber model Claudia Schiffer may have that passion, but it's not what made her a striking standout.
In her case, it's that freshness, the fact that she is strong and she's smart and she's just gorgeous. I think that was her secret. And I think that those are qualities that probably could prevail and be successful in basically whatever the fashion mood is.
Then there's Linda Evangelista's canny sense of style.
That is so pretty. Beautiful.
She is the model, supermodel, about whom more photographers and editors and people from the business have told me that she cannot take a bad picture. She can do nothing wrong when it comes to fashion. She's just got a natural sense for it. She's just elegant naturally. She's got a style naturally. And that is something that practically no models have. She's in a class of her own, really.
In 1983, Elite decided they needed a way to find more superstars and started the Look of the Year model search. Now called the Elite Model Look, this competition has become the largest international model search and has launched amazing careers for many young women.
My name is Cindy Crawford. I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
My name is Stephanie Seymour, and I come from San Diego, California.
We had Cindy Crawford and Stephanie Seymour, for example, in our first Look of the Year, which was the grandfather of the Elite Model Look. And they were not the winners, but they were among the top 10.
And it was funny because I remember everybody thought we were sisters, and we hated that.
Even then, these young women stood out. Lisa Herzog DeSantis, director of Elite New York, remembers Cindy's early modeling days.
She started with us at a very young age, and she was represented through our Elite Chicago office. She had the determination to come to New York. She had a very assertive personality and went on to have an incredibly successful career.
Just being in the contest, being among the finalists, already gives you a chance to be a superstar.
The contest also gave that chance to models Karen Mulder, Tatiana Patitz, and Frederique van der Waal.
And the newest star of the international modeling world, Miss Frederica van der Waal from Holland.
And they asked me to join, and my thing was that you could win a car there, the Dutch contest, and I was going to give it to my brother. And I never gave it, I sold it. For me, it was a very weird experience. I mean, it, of course, launched me off in a certain way that you got that recognition right there and then. But it definitely helped me a lot. It was fantastic. I mean, you became a face of. And immediately, you know, certain magazines want to see you and use you.
But winning the Elite Search doesn't mean instant success.
But it's what you do with it after. What we do is we open the door and we put the light on the people and say, we from Elite who know something about models are telling you this girl's special. Now for the clients to buy it, the girl has to perform.
That's exactly what these seasoned pros have done. And for them, modeling is more than just playing dress-up. It's a serious business.
The stakes are higher, there's more money being paid, and everyone takes it more seriously as a business.
I've always stayed with a very professional view to the modeling. I mean, people are there, you know, we're all there for a certain thing, and you know, you show up, you do your job, and great. Sometimes I have girls to me, they approach me and say, oh, I want to do that too. And you think, you listen, it's not something where you sit down and, you know, you have people come to you. I mean, this was something where it took years, actually, before it finally got to where it is now, and still, it's not yet where it should be.
It's my job to make whatever I have on look its very best. And I think I know how to make things look their best on my body. On the runway is just to be sexy and be myself. I don't try to be anybody else. I just have my sexy own little kind of walk, and I don't try to do anything fancy.
Everybody wants to be a model. There are millions and millions and millions of beautiful girls in the world. Millions. You would be surprised. But if you really, really want this, you have to be prepared to sweat, to stay up late, to cry, to be disappointed, to be humiliated, to be disgusted, to be challenged on every mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual level before you can really, really, really know that you have it.
Over the next hour, we'll go global with Elite as they search to find this year's most promising young faces. We'll follow these girls from makeshift stages at local malls to a runway on the French Riviera. Find out what Elite is looking for and see just who will have what it takes to make it as a supermodel. Whew, I would say these girls certainly have their work cut out for them tonight. Now, folks, you stay right where you are, because when we come back, girls from all over the country get their chance to be discovered, and you won't want to miss it. Newton, and this is E's 1 hour look at the making of a supermodel. Right now, all the girls are backstage gearing up for Elite's prestigious modeling competition, and as you can probably imagine, they're doing just about everything they can to keep their composure. But all this excitement is nothing new to these young ladies. No, the road to getting here was just as nerve-wracking. Let's take a look. At one time or another, every teenage girl dreams of becoming a supermodel.
It's been my dream always to be a model.
I would love to get into this, like, very much. It's what I've always wanted.
And every year, Elite Model Management makes a handful of these dreams come true with their worldwide modeling contest.
We're the only agency that goes on the road in over 115 cities around the country and over 50 countries around the world to find the next supermodel.
John Casablancas, Elite's founder, kicked off this year's search at New York's Fashion Cafe.
Good evening. I'm very happy to officially announce the launch, the beginning of the Elite Lee Jeans model look.
The Elite launch was followed by an open call, the first level of the competition. Open calls were held in 100 cities across the U.S. Over 30,000 hopefuls lined up with their pictures in hand, looking for a shot at modeling stardom.
I don't know, I just came because I don't have nothing to lose and I have a lot to win. Maybe. Why not?
Karen Lee, Elite's director of scouting, was in charge of making the final cut.
Okay, thank you.
Those chosen in open calls were sent one step further. They competed in regional finals in cities across the country. At the regional finals in Los Angeles, Elite prepared these girls for the physical demands of modeling. Sports Club LA trainer Joe Paul put them through a grueling workout.
You guys ready to work out?
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready to take you through a workout.
Paul believes a good exercise routine can make all the difference in a model's career. He ought to know. One of his clients is supermodel Tyra Banks.
I really think that exercise has such a considerable psychological effect on people because, you know, everybody has an ideal body type. Everybody has an ideal frame that they want. And if you know that you're contributing to accomplishing that goal, obviously you're going to feel a little bit more secure, a little bit more confident.
How come we're not using the treadmill or the stairs? How come we're using this?
You really want to find a machine, first of all, that's user-friendly. It was easy to set on this machine and get it programmed, right?
Right.
And you want to work the mechanics of your body. Keep the shoulders lined up over your hips, all right? And the knees over your ankles as much as possible. Now, Bo worked on her quadriceps. I'm going to have you do the exercise that we target the hamstrings with, another major muscle in your leg compartment. Pull yourself up. Boom. And then resist it on the way down and do it again. Being in a situation as a model would, as far as the competitiveness of the business, or, you know, everybody looks good to themselves or whatever, you want to make sure that you have your best edge also. And I think the exercise is something that really allows that to happen. If you ever need anything, feel free to give us a call. And when you blow up, become those supermodels, don't forget about old Joe. I'll be here waiting for you. All right? Bye-bye.
The elite regional competitions are much more sophisticated than the open calls. The girls get some instruction on how to command a catwalk, and Elite provides the runway attire.
Then we're giving you shoes. You're going to have black clogs. What size are you? 8.5. Okay, great. You're going to wear this bare-legged. We're going to give you the clogs. You wear the short alls, and then you've got your corduroys, and we're going to give you the boots to go with that. All right?
Elite also gives the regional contestants some makeup pointers.
You use bronzer like where it kisses you, where the sun kisses your face, is where you use bronzer. It just gives you that a little bit more dimension so you can get away with actually less makeup.
My company, Smashbox Studio Cosmetics, does the makeup at each one of the events. And they just want to look very natural, make them look really young and pretty. Not a whole lot of color or anything, just so the judge could really see their features.
As this year's regional contestants got ready for their tour of the runway, the tension built backstage. There was a lot at stake. The winners would go on to the U.S. Finals in New York City.
I'm getting nervous. I wasn't nervous, but I'm getting nervous. All the people that are going to be there. I think that's the only thing I'm nervous about. I'm just more excited.
Valerie Trott, president of Elite Los Angeles and a regional judge, acknowledged the challenge she was about to face.
Just looking at them this afternoon, they're really very beautiful. I have a hard job ahead of me.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us here at the House of Blues for the Elite Lee Jeans Model Look Competition 1997. The winners of the Elite Lee Jeans Model Look Competition 1997 are Jennifer Shirley, Bo Garrett, and Kristen Hippage.
After all the regional events, 49 girls were left in the running for the U.S. title.
Shocked. Happy. Excited. Still don't realize I'm going to New York. I mean, gotta wait till I'm on the plane, I guess. We're going to New York!
Now stay with us, because when we come back, we're going to learn how to walk the walk on the catwalk. And we'll watch as hair and makeup mavens transform our young ladies into glamour girls. It's all coming up next. Hey, welcome back to E's 1 Hour Look at the Making of a Supermodel. I'm Todd Newton in New York City at the world-famous Fashion Cafe, where tension is building backstage for the national finals of the Elite Model Look. Now let's flash back to earlier in the week and find out how Elite prepared these young girls for this huge event. With the regionals behind them, the winners were finally in New York to compete in the national finals, and Elite's crash course in modeling would continue, East Coast style.
Welcome to the Big Apple of New York City. I hope you guys are really, really excited.
Greeted by an Elite staffer, the girls were quickly whisked away in their own private limo.
Hopefully we're all going to be together, but
Hey, you never know.
I anticipate the next few days as being a lot of hard work, I think, like a lot of rushing around and practicing and rehearsing. But I think it'll also be a lot of fun.
I'm looking forward to the fun of the contest and meeting new people and the clients there and seeing Elite New York again. I can't really believe I'm here. I've never been in New York, so it's going to be really exciting.
Soon they arrived at the Sturm Hotel, located in the heart of Manhattan.
You're all from California? Yeah. Which side? I'm Courtney.
We met up with a few hopefuls as they plopped down for a quick rest before the whirlwind of activities resumed.
I can't wait to walk the runway. I'm looking forward to dancing. I want to model
I think
seriously,
right now,
and
at this
it's
age,
very
since
fun.
we're so young, it has to be for fun because there's not a lot of work for our age girls. But if it turned into something big, then I'd be really, really grateful. But not a lot of girls get to do this, and this is a really, really good experience. And if our career doesn't go as far as we want it to go, we always have the pictures and the stories to tell our grandkids.
But no rest for the weary. Their jam-packed schedule continued with a bus ride through New York's world-famous fashion district.
This is where a lot of the top designers have their salons.
The tour ended at Madison Square Garden, where the finalists enjoyed a Women's National Basketball Association game. After the game, Elite rushed the girls to a welcome dinner at the Fashion Cafe in Rockefeller Center.
I just want to welcome you. I just want to say how proud we are to have you all here. And one thing that we want you to know is that you are 48 of our favorite girls all across the United States. So you should feel very proud of yourselves. We just want to wish you lots of luck. Have a good time with this experience. Get to know all the girls. Don't get caught up in the contest part of it. And know that you have a career, hopefully, in this business after this contest.
Even though this event was the first time many of the girls met, there was one face in the crowd everybody knew: Elite's international runway coordinator, Wayne McIntosh. And despite their hectic first day in the Big Apple, there were no complaints when Wayne put them through their paces on a runway later that night.
Walk the end of the runway, the last pass with the glasses on and jacket in your hand. Honey, you are a runway queen. You know you can do it.
Yeah.
Go. Yes. Don't you drop that jacket, diva. Working them on the runway is important because it shows poise, it shows self-confidence, it shows great self-esteem. Not only for runway competition, but for in life. If a girl cannot walk properly or if her posture's all wrong, you're going to see that.
Working with Wayne is really fun. He's such a great guy. Just, you know, he tells you what you're doing wrong, but he also tells you what you're doing right, so you can improve on it, but he also makes it really fun.
You watch her, shoulder to shoulder, all right? There you go, perfect, perfect form, go. Do the half turn in the middle, ladies. All right, stay together, wait for her, Laura, yeah.
Preparing the girls for the runway is really important simply because our job is to sell clothes, to sell merchandise. And you have to know how to sell. You have to know how to walk. You have to know how to project a garment.
You just take it off.
Okay.
It has to be natural.
Okay.
If you're wearing something sexy, you want to look sexy. If you want to wear something sophisticated, you want to be very, very chin, very high, Just play whatever the clothes suit you for.
I tell them you do it, make it look nice. Make it look pretty. There's no really, really strict do's and don'ts, but make it look nice. I'll show you. You don't know how to do half turn?
No, we don't.
Let's go together. There you go with me. Ready? Go. Walk the hand here. Stop. Just turn. Just turn. Turn. Step again.
He gives you a sense of responsibility, he'll say something like work at Diva or just, and so you get a positive attitude.
He's the one that totally got me over my little confidence problem. He told me that it was just for fun. So he said, shoulders back, hips forward, and walk like a diva.
And the more they do it and the more they work with me, they know what I expect of them, and then they know what to do. Hips forward, shoulders back, together, go. There you are. Turn in the middle. snap it. Very nice, yes. Oh, Carolina. Very nice. This competition could set the career. I mean, remember, look at Cindy Crawford and Karen Mulder and all these girls here. I mean, this is a competition that really made their career. And these girls know that. Very good. Don't be nervous.
No, I can probably get the hang of this. You stay right where you are, because when we come back, makeovers that are going to blow you away. Stay tuned. A lot more excitement coming up as E's The Making of a Supermodel continues. Hello once again, I'm Todd Newton, and this is E's 1 hour look at the making of a supermodel. I'm here in New York's Fashion Cafe, where in just a few moments, the finalists of the Elite Model Look will be strutting their stuff on this very runway in hopes of winning a chance to go to the international finals in France. But these girls are already winners. Just yesterday, they were treated like royalty when they all received glamorous makeovers at a posh New York salon. It was a day of glamour and excitement as the 49 contestants visited Bumble & Bumble, one of New York's top salons for professional makeovers. With haircuts and highlights, makeup and wardrobe fittings, these girls had a full day ahead of them.
We feel pretty passionate about doing makeovers and giving people a look. It's not something about, it's not just cutting hair. We get really into the whole process of helping a girl's career.
The process began with a hair critique from renowned stylist and owner of Bumble & Bumble, Michael Gordon. Working together, Michael and the elite staff tried to find just the right look for each girl.
Keeping her, maybe bringing her to more of an ethnic look.
Ooh, we like that.
I mean,
yeah,
with
I think
eyes,
it's
it could be really pretty.
Her colors sort of washed out, and it's not one thing or the other, so it's true. I think John's right.
All right.
All right. It's really very simple. If I look at a girl, especially if I look at her pictures, and I think her hair doesn't make her look better, then I'd say she should cut it off. The hair should make the face look better. So if it's not, get something exciting.
It's gonna be good.
They're just gonna cut it up to my chin, like chin length. And are you gonna color it too? Dark
Yeah, we're gonna look at it afterwards. I think so. I think it would need some color.
They look great. In the past, a lot of now famous models have cut their hair off, and it's usually launched them, because really what happens is you see their face, and then the hair is complementing it.
Hi! I'm getting my hair all cut off. This is very exciting. Oh, there it goes. Big chunks leaving my head.
However, for some of the girls, going from long to short was a little too much.
It was very chic.
Oh, Kelly, it is fantastic.
You know why you're not used to it? That's all, you're just not used to it.
They wanted to cut it up to here, and I thought that was just a little too short. I've had long hair all my life, and it's a big change to even have this done.
Aside from these shocked reactions, the cuts were a huge success.
It's so short.
It is.
But I like it. It's great.
Next stop, the makeup chair. Dawn Watts, national artist for Smashbox Studios, headed up the cosmetics team.
And then soft color on the eyes, just to play up their features, and then a soft natural lip. For the model search, since they are looking to see what these girls really have, we're just bringing out their best feature and their natural beauty. What I'm doing on Erica is I just put on some foundation just to even out her skin tone, and we're putting a little bit of shine on her cheek to really bring out the cheekbone.
I don't wear any makeup, none, ever. So this is probably as heavy as you'll see me.
It's a lot for me, but I'm used to it, so.
I look for the girl's best feature. If she has beautiful eyes, high cheekbones, full lips, really beautiful skin, and we try to accentuate that for her. Okay, we all set?
Then came wardrobe.
I can take whoever else is here. Just the two of you, great.
With racks of clothes to choose from and a lot of bodies to dress, fashion stylist Kathy Young had her work cut out for her. But amid this madness, Kathy knew exactly what needed to be done.
A lot
of times we look at their type. Some of the looks that we have in the fashion show are very modern, very trendy. Others are a little more traditional. I don't know. You see a girl, she walks and you go, perfect for that one. And then put this over it.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll just see a little bit here, and you'll be covered up. Sometimes, you know, you have to fudge. She might really be a 3, but that's what modeling's all about. For a fashion show, it's that 20 seconds you're on the runway and make it look good no matter what. So we pin, we tape, we fudge, we make it work. Okay, so that's fabulous. All right. All right, so be careful with the pins in the back. Don't let them see all that stuff.
By the end of the makeovers, these newcomers looked like the professional models they aspired to be, and everyone seemed to be more than pleased with the results.
I'm one of the few that got a very drastic makeover out of all the girls. Very drastic. It's a big change for me. I love my new look. Yeah, I think it's great. I needed a change. It's about time for one.
I love my hair. It's great. Kind of a Meg Ryan type, you know, short, out of my face. It's really, really nice and comfortable.
I love it. I really love it. It's really great. I love the cut. I love the color. Everything. I'm really, really happy.
Well, there's probably not a whole lot they could do with this, I guess. Folks, stay with us because when we come back, we'll get close up with the girls as New York's top fashion photographers work their magic. Hey, I'm Todd Newton, welcoming you back to E's 1-hour look at the making of a supermodel. We're behind the scenes of the elite Lee Jeans model look here in New York City's Fashion Cafe. Now, as you can see behind me, the people are starting to arrive. And as the guests take their seats, we're going to take you behind the scenes of a big photo shoot and learn how these girls really work in front of a camera. Only moments after receiving their new looks, the contestants had to show them off in front of the camera. Now, all of these girls are photogenic, but posing for the camera involves much more than that. There are a lot of little details to remember.
Actually, it's better that you keep your knee down because it's going to be too much in the foreground. Close your lips a little bit, yeah.
The click of the shutter is an unfamiliar sound for most of these rookies, and despite their beauty, loosening up in front of the camera can be nerve-wracking.
Good.
When I first got in front of the camera, I was very uncomfortable because I didn't know how to move and, you know, what to do with my hands or my face.
When I first started, it was a little hard, you know, because you don't really know what you look like until you get the pictures back. And then you can say, you know, well, that's not a good angle for me.
Remember, use your hands in your pockets again, okay? That's good. Keep them really in there, though. Don't bend your wrist too much.
Well, to feel more comfortable, really you just have to practice.
I think most people have problems in front of the camera in terms of freezing up and what we used to call on stage dead air. And so if you feel frozen, the only way to take care of that is just to move. Go around there a little bit and then come back to the same spot, you know, so that you're fresh every time. That's good.
I stand in the mirror to get better, actually, and just kind of look and see what kind of different things I can do, you know.
I tell you're a veteran already, you know that.
Sometimes I practice in the mirror. My mom's always on me. Practice in the mirror. It does help. It really does.
However, it's more than just good angles that will be judged in these photos.
It's all about emotion inside. You have to have a story going in your head, and you have to feel it. And if you don't and you're just bored, then you're going to come across bored.
Something that some people have in them that they can project, and it almost has very little to do with how perfect they are. It's just something in them that comes out in their eyes, you know?
A little bit happier, not too sad. Good. There are a lot of pretty girls walking around, and if they are in front of the camera and they can't move or can't exude, you know, vivaciousness, then it just doesn't work. Good, good, very nice. Okay, I'm finished.
But the discomfort the girls felt in front of the camera was nothing compared to what came next, the judging process. Each girl was privately scrutinized by a panel from Elite.
So they'll come in, we'll ask them basically a couple of questions. Anybody feel free to open up and ask them whatever you want. We'll ask them to stand in the middle, walk to the front, walk back, and this way we can see a little bit their body, and we'll go from there. Okay. Okay? Can you just walk forward for us and then turn around and walk? You can walk up here, Ashley. Turn around and walk back halfway, and then we're going to ask you a couple of questions. The girls have to obviously be tall. They have to have good measurements. Personality is extremely important. Presence. So can you show us what you can do here a little bit?
Show us a little.
Sure. Okay. Beautiful features, nice nose, lips, eyes, shape of face. They can be a little funky, a little quirky, but there has to be an overall look. Take your hair behind your ears, please. And did they work on the color a little bit as well?
Yeah, they colored it.
Uh-huh. Ever been in New York before?
No, ma'am, this is my first time.
Very good. All right,
job.
Sherry.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Good job.
Behind closed doors, the panel evaluated each contestant.
All right, so everybody, what we're going to be doing for the girls that we really love, 5. The girls that we really like, but maybe not quite top girls, put a 4. And so on. Okay? No, you know what? I honestly think she's cute. I just don't think she's great. I mean, her entire waist is the size of my calf. Okay? All right. 3. I think she's a 3, too. What'd you give her, a 4?
I give her a 4.
You give her a 4. There are hundreds of thousands of kids that would want to be here in their spot, so even a 1 has potential.
After 49 evaluations, the judges were finally able to zero in on their favorites.
She is gorgeous. I think she is magnificent. I am so excited. Very nice. Anybody, did you see? Need to see? Love 5 plus. Yeah, I do. When I see a 5, I love my 5.
Next up, find out who those favorites are and see who the judges will pick as the 10 U.S. finalists. The competition begins when we return. New York City for the elite Lee Jeans model look, along with elite model and judge for the contest tonight, Heidi Klum. Now, Heidi, as a judge, what do you look for in these girls that are about to showcase their talents for us tonight?
Of course, I'm looking for a very beautiful girl with a great body and with a lot of
pizzazz?
pizzazz. Exactly.
I just taught her that word. Now, are these girls just so nervous backstage? What kind of excitement is going on in the dressing room right now?
Oh, they're very nervous. I went downstairs to the room where they are, and they're very, very nervous.
Once again, we're just minutes away. So what do you say you and I go inside and see what kind of last-minute preparations they're getting ready to make?
Let's do that.
This hectic day began early in the morning on the Fashion Cafe runway. Elite staff, technicians, and contestants were brought together for a quick rehearsal of tonight's show.
And by the time this song hits the boom, that's when I'll say, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ethan Erickson. It will be like boom, boom, boom.
Immediately following rehearsal, the girls rushed to get made up for the show. Even though they are young and beautiful, it takes a long time to make up 49 people.
Is Kristen Cooper finally finished with her bangs?
It's going to be much darker tonight on stage than what it was yesterday. We need to intensify it just a little bit.
Like a little more dramatic on the eyes, maybe a heavier lipstick. Foundation kind of dewy though.
By the time the last girl left the makeup chair, the first one already needed a touch-up.
Who's next for touch-up?
It's hard not to rub your eyes. I always forget.
When makeup was completed, the contestants were off to hair and wardrobe. Then it was back to the runway for the final rehearsal and one last chance to perfect their walk.
Last minute thoughts? I'm not nervous yet. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous, you know, afraid of those little slip-ups on the runway.
I'm a little bit nervous, but I'll make it.
Any second now, the show will begin.
49 young hopefuls wait in the wings, filled with anticipation, excitement, and fear.
We'd like to thank you for joining us here for the Elite Lee Jeans Model Look Competition 1997 National Finals.
Now, you just came down. How was it out there?
Yes, I was nervous, excited, and everything, and now I'm just like relieved.
What goes through your head while you're halfway down the runway?
Oh heck, just have fun.
It's all coming down to this. Are you nervous?
No, not at all.
Not at all?
Not at all.
Now, you were already down the runway once, right?
Yes, I did.
What goes through your mind when you're strutting your stuff?
I don't know, just like, don't fall.
Okay, so you're finished. The night's over for you, right?
Not yet.
You have to hear the result.
Yes.
I'm like a nervous mother waiting for a child.
You just look a little flushed.
I know. I'm just like so flushed. My heart is beating. I'm like on the verge of tears because they're about to pick the winner.
You've got to be just as nervous as they are.
No, more.
More.
All right, I want to say to the young ladies who are fainting in the back, I just want to say that unfortunately, everyone cannot go to Nice, France for the international finals, but that does not mean that you don't have what it takes to make it as a model. Our first winner of the Elite Lee Jeans Model Look Competition 1997 is Rachel Keating.
Teresa Ballard.
Lydia Clark.
Lizanne Kimienti.
Melissa Novikov.
Please give it up for Kelly Davis.
Jennifer Shirley.
Laura McClafferty. And our final 1997 Elite Lee Jeans Model Look National Contest winner, Kristen Henches.
You have 10 girls that are ecstatic. You have 39-40 who are really upset.
This is the hardest part of the contest, and this is the part that I like the least. You try to let them know that this is not the end. It's the beginning of their career.
And for the 10 winners, it's all that and more, including a round-trip ticket to France and an experience they will never forget.
Would you say this is one of the best days of your life so far?
Definitely.
Definitely. But I have a feeling it's going to get good in France, right?
I hope so.
You folks stay with us. Next stop, France. Welcome back to E's 1 Hour Look at the Making of a Supermodel. Next stop, France, as we head to the international finals of the Elite Model Look.
After months of competition, Elite's 77 finalists from around the world arrived in Nice, France. These beautiful young women came to compete for nearly $1 million in modeling contracts and a shot at superstardom. The international competition was a 10-day extravaganza of glitz and excitement, where the girls had a chance to show themselves off.
Every little thing we do shows us a little bit of them and makes them discover a little bit about themselves. You know, so this kind of circumstance is very fun because now they're into the game, and that's what we want. We want them to get into that competitive, but at the same time fun spirit.
Which is exactly what they did. The fun began with photo shoots in exotic Riviera locations, giving these aspiring models the perfect backdrop to flaunt their beauty.
Très bien.
But there was some work to do. A choreographer put the girls through their paces during intricate rehearsals for the final show.
Just now give me something of your own, yeah?
With all the moves in place, the show was ready to go. The big moment had finally arrived. The 77 girls were immediately narrowed down to 30. Out of the 10 Americans, 4 made the cut.
Rachel Cading, États-Unis.
Then, the winner was announced.
Yfke Sturm, la Hollande.
Yfke Sturm, a stunning 15-year-old from Holland, won $150,000 in modeling contracts. Although they didn't win the top prize, 3 U.S. contestants won $50,000 in contracts, and Jennifer Shirley from California tied for 3rd place, winning a $75,000 contract. It's clear that Jennifer is on her way to making her modeling dreams come true.
Well, the search is finally over, and the Elite Lee Jeans model look has come to an end. We want to congratulate and wish the best of luck to all these young divas as they take the fashion world by storm. But most of all, we want to thank you for watching E's The Making of a Supermodel. And remember, if it's happening in entertainment, it's happening right here on E. We'll see you next time.